American Fugitive by Shingo Zhang. Chapter 15 Long Distance Bus Terminal. Early in the morning, Ren-Yee got up, along with Li Biao and Tan Zhaohui. Ren-Yee told Tan that he was going to help one of his friends paint, and he wanted to borrow a set of old clothes. Tan found a faded jacket and pants. Ren-Yee put them on, took his backpack, and left the apartment. On the street, he bought a travel bag and a hat, the kind widely used by migrant workers. He put his backpack into the bag, put on the hat, and got on a bus heading toward downtown Hankow. In the morning, Xiao Zichang finished a breakfast prepared by the servant. As he walked to the guest bedroom to get his briefcase, Luo Yanfang came downstairs. Xiao planned to go to Luotian County to replace Zhang Yuzhen. He said, "I will be on a business trip this weekend." Yanfang asked, "Where are you going?" "Don't ask." "How long?" "Not sure. 2 or 3 days. His cell phone rang. He looked at the screen and saw a new number. He was puzzled as he answered. "Hello?" A woman's soft voice came through. "Zichang, can you come tonight?" Xiao said angrily. "No. I am busy," the woman said. "Aren't you going to take a break at night?" "Goodbye." He hung up. Yanfang was angry. But she made an effort to temporarily hold back her anger, and said calmly, "Is this a new one? Is this number 10 or number 20? Don't talk nonsense. It was a business friend." Xiao said, and went to the guest bedroom. Yanfang raised her voice. "If you have the guts, tell the truth. You deceive women wherever you go." Xiao returned to the living room with a briefcase. "Tell me, what did you do with Ren-Yee on Luojia Mountain?" "We chatted. You hugged each other. People saw it. If it were not for that, why would you two go to Luojia Mountain? You think everyone in the world is as disgusting as you?" He walked up to her. "Don't say another word. I warn you. You are a wolf in human skin." He slapped her. She fell on the floor. "You think you are a princess? You are my wife. You brought shame to me and to this family." Yanfang did not cry as she got up. "I brought shame to you. You go out to parties every night with your whores. I come home every night and sleep in the guest room. You saw it yourself." Xiao opened the apartment door and left. Yanfang stopped halfway up the stairs, wailing. The servant came out, and went to comfort her. As soon as Xiao Zichang entered his car, he regretted his fight with Yanfang. He realized he'd lost his temper again. He was embattled by the National Archive burglary case. If my wife filed for divorce, it would be a big mess. On his way to work, he thought about how to avoid that. Ren-Yee got off the bus near Hankow long-distance bus terminal. Across the plaza, he saw policemen at every gate. Some private bus company employees were peddling tickets around the plaza. Ren-Yee walked over to a salesman and talked with him for a few seconds. He then walked to a saleswoman from another company and asked her about her company's routes and time. He turned around and walked toward the sidewalk, while thinking about a plan to leave Wuhan through a private long-distance bus at night. Ren-Yee came to an intersection with an alley, and saw many restaurants selling breakfast food. He entered the alley, bought a plate of Wuhan bean skin, a kind of omelette made with beans and rice. He took out his cell phone and saw a voicemail. When he opened it, he heard Luo Yanfang's voice. "Ren-Yee, are you okay? Where are you?" Her voice was full of pain. "Ren-Yee, I want to see you." Ren-Yee hesitated. His wife's words echoed in his mind. After finishing breakfast, he walked slowly in the alley. On Luojia Mountain, he and Yanfang had shared secrets with each other and become emotionally intimate. Yesterday morning, he began to feel guilty. On every level, Yanfang's marriage had completely broken down. Her husband had multiple mistresses. It was okay for Yanfang to look for another man. What about me? My marriage is not perfect. But the relationship has not reached the point of breaking down. Having an unusual relationship with Yanfang is very unfair to Yong-Shee. However, leaving Wuhan like this? Without saying goodbye to Yanfang? At the other end of the alley, Ren-Yee made up his mind. He turned into a major street and walked toward a bus stop. When a bus arrived, he got on it. The bus approached the second Yangtze River Bridge, and a scene that had happened 3 days ago appeared in Ren-Yee's mind. On Lojia Mountain, Ren-Yee and Yanfang sat side by side on a hillside covered with grass and wildflowers. The beautiful East Lake was in front of them. He had her camera in hand, and used the camera's screen to browse through her photos. She held his cell phone and browsed his photos. A picture of an adolescent Ren-Yee in swim trunks on a riverbank caught her eyes. She laughed. He tried to grab his cell phone. She got up and ran away, raising the cell phone over her head. He got up and made a sudden move in her direction. She was shocked and ran away further. Realizing that he did not chase her, and was only teasing her, she stopped. He chased her when she was unprepared. When his hand reached her body, she fell, and he fell on the grass as well. He reached out to grab his cell phone. She held the cell phone tight. He gave up, smiled, and laid on his back on the grass. He turned to one side, facing her. When he reached out to her, the two embraced each other. Back in the present, the bus was crossing the second bridge over Yangtze River. The scene at Lojia Mountain replayed many times in Ren-Yee's mind. Sharing secrets with each other with no competition, no pressure. Just two people in nature. That's freedom. When the bus entered Wuchang, Ren-Yee got off and walked into a fast food restaurant. He opened the Wi-Fi calling software on his cell phone and called Yanfang. "It's Ho Ren-Yee," he said. "Did you get my voicemail?" Luo Yanfang asked. "Yes." "What happened?" "He and I quarreled in the morning. He slapped me." "Are you hurt?" "No. I'm okay now." "Did anyone follow you?" "Not in the last 2 days. I'm near Sudong Square. I will come now." Yanfang's car turned into an alley. She did not recognize Ren-Yee in his new handyman's clothes. After Ren-Yee waved at her, she saw him and stopped the car. He got in. The two shared a brief hug. She asked, "Where did you get this set of clothes?" "From a friend." He asked, "Where is your old cell phone?" She took out her old phone from a pocket and handed it to him. He turned the cell phone off and returned it to her. "You can turn it on after I leave." The car got on a major road. It then entered an underground garage of a hotel. She parked her car in a corner. The two embraced again. She said softly, "I did not dare to tell my parents about the fight. My friends can help me. I could only call you. Do you feel better now?" "As soon as I received your call, I felt a lot better." She smiled, a little embarrassed. "What are you going to do?" She lowered her head and said, "Divorce him." "What about your daughter?" "I will tell her straight. There is no better way." She turned her head to one side. Ren-Yee paused. Then he said, "Find a good lawyer. Get some advice first." She nodded. Once Yanfang had calmed down, she said, "Lin Janhan has the tape. You have no hope of getting it, do you?" "There is still a chance. Lin Janhan and Lin Jianyou may not be able to solve the mystery by themselves. If you go back to the United States, you definitely have no hope to succeed, do you?" "Jin Yong-Shee is urging me to go back. I haven't made a decision." Yanfang took his hand. "Don't go. Stay here with me. If I stay, I can only hide. It's unbearable. You know how miserable I am. Don't leave. Okay?" He shook her hand. "Then I will stay." She kissed his cheek. In the afternoon, Xiao Zichang was working in the office when Wang Xinjiang walked in and announced, "Luo Yanfang is missing." "What happened?" "Her cell phone was turned off for an hour." Xiao became livid. He pounded on his desk and shouted, "Aren't you the SWAT team captain? Why are you standing here?" Wang Xinjiang quickly left. He walked in the hallway while talking on his cell phone. "Go to all hotels, shopping malls, banks, and find out where Luo Yanfang's car is. The license plate is earned for 25. In the hotel garage, Luo Yanfang and Ho Ren-Yee were still in the car. She asked, "Where is Lin Janhan now?" "I do not know." "Then how will you contact him?" He smiled. "You better not ask about this. Will you keep it secret from me?" "I forgot to ask you earlier. Did the Public Security Bureau interrogate you?" "They did." "What questions did they ask?" "Where were you? Where was Lin Janhan?" "How did you answer?" "What could I say?" "You never told me anything. Not knowing is good. Getting deeper into this is dangerous." "Are you talking about you or me?" "About both of us." She shook her head. "Do whatever you want." She then said, "If I were you, I wouldn't leave Wuhan without the tape." He paused for a while and then said, "That time we were in Jiolong Hotel, it was really dangerous." She smiled. "You ran really fast. You saw it? You were like a rabbit." Her two hands swung rapidly, imitating his two legs. He smiled awkwardly. "It's hot." She began to take off her jacket. "It would be nice if we were on East Lake," he said with a smile. "What are you smiling?" "You pressed on the gas pedal so hard. Getting rid of those two fools was easy. You looked like Mayumi riding on a horse in the movie Manhunt." "Mayumi was the female lead in the 1976 Japanese movie," she said with a smile. "You peeked at me." "How was it peeking?" "Of course you peeked." "All right, maybe I did." She turned to him, held his head with one hand, and kissed his cheek. Her other hand started to remove his jacket. His hand stroked her hair. She said, "The scene on Luojia Mountain was always in my head." "Me too." "Really?" he said. "Yes." "Shall we go up and get a room?" Ren-Yee knew the meaning of the question and said softly, "No." She pushed him away. He bowed his head. She raised his head with one hand. The two locked eyes for a few seconds. He bowed his head again with a guilty and uneasy look. She wept. He said, "I am not a free man." "Then why did you hug me in your house? Why did you hug me on Luojia Mountain?" He shook his head without a word. He wanted to explain, but didn't know how. She pushed him. "Get out," she said. He didn't move. "Go far, far away from me." He put on his jacket and opened the passenger door. Before leaving, he reached out and patted her shoulder. She pushed his hand away in annoyance. He said, "Goodbye. Go away." He did not respond, but closed the door and left. Yanfang stayed in her car. 20 minutes later, she felt a little better. She drove her car to a pay booth. A man inside the booth waved at her. She paid and drove away. The man recognized her car's license plate. He called the Public Security Bureau hotline. The tip was immediately reported to Wang Jingjiang. Wang immediately notified the police patrolling near the hotel. One policeman soon spotted Luo Yanfang's car and reported her location. Wang sent a policeman in plainclothes in a private car to follow her. But when her car entered the parking lot of the Municipal Cultural Affairs Bureau, Wang knew that Yanfang was prepared, and he had failed again.